Hello everyone, Lukegoldstonofficial here, and I'd like to introduce another series that goes alongside my news, my updates on movies and TV shows. This one is we talk about lost media or canceled projects and all. So for this episode, I want to start off good. What if I told you that in 1997 we would have gotten a Thomas the Tank Engine movie from Paramount Pictures? This happened to be the idea. In 1995, Britt Allcroft received a phone call from Barry London, who was the vice chairman of Paramount Pictures. London's 3-year-old daughter wanted to meet. London's 3-year-old daughter was a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine and wanted to meet Allcroft in person. After meeting and discussing ideas, Allcroft signed a contract with Paramount in February of '96 and started writing the story. Allcroft wanted to use this movie to probably show more of Thomas's world, the island of Sodor, but then she had an idea to merge Thomas with Shining Time Station. This was one of the ideas that when Britt was writing a very detailed story. I'm not sure if it would have been called Thomas and the Magic Railroad or Thomas and the Rainbow Railway. Who knows? Now I went onto the ideas wiki and I saw this, so I decided to look up what the plot could have been. So here's the plot. Mr. Conductor Jr. was going to Shining Time Station to stay with his cousin, Mr. Conductor, for a few days and nights. Unfortunately, he took the wrong path and got lost, ending up in the magical world of the island of Sodor. He meets Thomas the Tank Engine and all of his friends. Meanwhile, Devious Diesel and his bumbling sidekicks, Ari and Bert. Looks like Ari and Bert could have been introduced in this movie instead of Stephanie Gets Lost. Tries to destroy the island of Sodor and Shining Time Station by trying to activate the Rainbow Railway before Thomas and Mr. Conductor NC Jr. can make it to it. Will Thomas, his friends, and Miss NC Jr. save the day? So I think it looks like it could have been Thomas and the Rainbow Railway. Or Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I'm not sure. So the voice cast seemed interesting. We have Brian Dobson, who would have voiced Thomas, Bert, and Bertie. Jillian Michaels would have been Percy, Bill, and Daisy. Tabithan St. Germain as Ben, Annie, and Mavis. Saffron Henderson would have been Rusty, Clarabelle, Scarlatti, and Henrietta. Michael Angelus, rest in peace, would have been Gordon, Toad, George, the Lories, and Bulgy. Greg Ellis would have been Henry, Duck, and Oliver. Samuel Vincent would have been the Troublesome Trucks, Edward, Boko, and Peter Sam. Brian Drummond as Toby, Donald, Sir Handel, the Fat Controller, or as in America we call him, Sir Topham Hatt. Richard Ian Cox would have been Douglas, Ari, Rheneas, and Duncan. And Rove McManus would have been Devious Diesel. It is currently unknown who C. Jr. would have been. And Alec Baldwin would have been Mr. Conductor. Billy Two Feathers and Schemer were to be in it, but the roles are unknown. Now here's the reception I found. When the film was screen test before its cancellation, there were mixed to positive reactions from the test audience due to the plot, special effects, acting, voice acting, and the magic of the film. The only problem was that most of the live-action cast was unidentified. Now the reason we didn't get this movie was because Barry London, he parted ways with Paramount at the end of 1996, and because of this, the film was shelved. And later, he would have moved to Destination Films, and we would receive the iconic Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie we got in July 2000. So I think this actually would have been an interesting movie. Like, we would have gotten more characters in there, and but I do want to know who would have played who would have played Schemer or Billy Two Feathers. Like, would they be from Shanghai Station, or would it have been recast with some Hollywood actors? Now, before I go, let me ask you this question: Do you think what do you think we should have gotten? You think we should have gotten this version of Magic Road from '97, or do you think we're better off with the one we got in 2000? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you later.